Rafael Nadal, the undisputed king of clay and a 22-time Grand Slam champion, has never been one to mince words. His insights on the modern game carry weight, not just because of his resume, but because of the respect he commands across the tennis world. In a candid interview with L'Equipe, Nadal opened up about the current state of the ATP Tour. As always, he was thoughtful, precise, and honest. But one observation stood out: his evaluation of Alexander Zverev's career. Zverev, a name that has lingered near the summit of the sport for years, is often called the best player without a Grand Slam title. It's not just fan chatter, the numbers back it up. He's currently ranked world number 3. He's reached 3 Grand Slam finals. He's taken matches to 5 sets on the sport's biggest stages. He's come within points of glory, and somehow, he's still searching. Nadal believes he knows why. There are 2 players who stand head and shoulders above the rest, Carlos and Jannik, Nadal said plainly. But Zverev, he has the level. There's no doubt. He's got everything: the serve, the power, the athleticism. Then Nadal paused, and continued. But maybe, in those moments that define a Grand Slam final, that mental point, that calm, he's missing just that one detail. It wasn't criticism. It was observation. And coming from Nadal, it wasn't about putting Zverev down, it was about explaining the brutal nature of top-level tennis. The margins are razor thin. The difference between a champion and a runner-up isn't always a stroke or a strategy. Sometimes, it's a heartbeat, a breath, a decision at 5-all in the 5th set. Zverev has lived those moments. He's led Dominic Thiem 2 sets to love in the 2020 US Open final. He was up a break in the 5th. But the trophy slipped. In 2024, he fought Carlos Alcaraz tooth and nail in the French Open final, only to fall again, this time against a younger, hungrier, fearless opponent. Nadal knows those feelings. He's had to fight through them. He's lost finals, too. But the difference is, he found that gear. That belief. That switch in the mind that tells you, this is mine. Zverev is incredibly talented, Nadal reiterated. But it's those small mental details that can be the difference. Not every player can flip the match with their mind. Nadal's assessment comes as Zverev prepares to begin his 2025 Roland Garros campaign, opening against Lerner Tien. The pressure is massive. The expectations, even more so. Every slam now carries the same narrative: will Zverev finally break through? His form is undeniable. He's consistent. He's dangerous on clay. He's beaten the best. He's number 3 in the world. But the question that lingers: can he solve the final puzzle? Because talent, Zverev has in abundance. But Grand Slam titles, they require something extra, something intangible. Nadal didn't name it directly. But anyone who's watched his own career knows what he meant. It's the unteachable trait, the thing that separates the legends from the nearly theirs. Zverev has the time. He's still in his prime. He still has chances, but they won't come forever. The tour is evolving. Alcaraz and Sinner are no longer the future, they are the present. And they are already dominating. Nadal's words echo louder because he has lived what Zverev is trying to achieve. He knows what it takes. He knows what's missing. But he also added a note of belief. If Zverev finds that last piece, he can absolutely win slams. Maybe multiple. He just needs to believe. Zverev, now 28, is no longer the young promise of tennis. He's now the veteran fighting off the rising tide. The clock ticks. The questions mount. But his opportunity still lies ahead, at Roland Garros, where he's come so close. Where history has slipped through his fingers. If there's ever a time for transformation, it's now. And maybe Nadal's quiet warning will be the final push.